fun.
So,
Well, that was allowed through.
Did you let her hear what we'd said about that, special little bit?
I told her about it, and that's when
Oh,
she said she wanted to
fantastic.
join, so I got her a link.
Oh, okay. Can she hear us now?
No.
I'm
She has to
not
join.
sure.
She said, "Thank you. You all seem so sweet." And I was just thinking, wait a sec. Can she hear? She's saying, "I hear." So I'm wondering if she can hear us.
No, I think she's just saying that. I think I want she need to be invited. This isn't live or anything, is it?
I don't know. I don't have it on live. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on. Before Alex's battery runs out again, we're going to move on to Alex. And let's see what's going on.
Well, then again, this chat could use some gender diversity.
Also, sorry about that, my Discord froze. Not
That's
responding.
okay. So, Alex, tell us what's up.
Well, 118. Well, I actually don't know. What's going on?
It's like 1:18 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so you must be tired.
Yeah, one thing, and my iPad's obviously tired.
Exactly. So tell us what do you want to share with us right now, or is there a question you want to ask, or what's up?
Nothing really.
Nothing. Okay. Well, we are going to start the challenge pretty soon. Before we start the challenge, was there anything you wanted to say? Like, just tell us about something or anything like that?
No, you can move on to the challenge.
Okay, well, we will be sure to participate. So we are going to be, in just a few moments, starting the challenge. So what this challenge is, this is the, what is this? It's June now. Okay, well, that makes it the June challenge. This is the June AstralPhaser challenge on the weekly chats. So what we're going to do right now is try to guess the operating system. So I'm going to post a picture of an operating system desktop. Now, this first one is going to be an operating system that was released between 2000 to 2010. Okay. So you got to try and guess.
Okay.
Just wondering, do you answer in the chat or?
So you're going to answer now in the text chat. The challenge has started.
Where's the picture?
To type your, and so this is in the weekly chat right now. The challenge has started. Be sure to type your responses here in the chat. Okay, so here we go. We are now going to post the first image. So this is an operating system made between 2000.
I'm sure someone will figure out before I do.
So basically, what operating system is this? Just wait for it. It's loading. Get ready. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, it's not Mac OS.
No, it's not Mac
not
OS.
BSD10. Sorry about that.
I'm not sure.
Could it be Ubuntu or something?
It's not Open Darwin. It's not Ubuntu. It's not DSL. It's not SkyOS. Nice try, though. It's not OS2. It's not Alt. Nice try. It's not Grabber, though. It's not Ubuntu. It's not Solaris. Oh my goodness, this is hard. It's not Puppy Linux. It's not Arch. It's not Kubuntu. It's not Amiga OS4. It's not Linux Mint. It's not Texas. It's not TinyCore. Is this too hard for you guys? Okay, I'll give you.
Is it Arch?
It's not Arch.
That'd be unfair.
Does it use XFCE?
Wait, Kevin Bashy got it. It is MorphOS. MorphOS.
Oh,
GG,
man. Nice.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
GG, man.
Oh, he's not in here. I gotta add him back.
Okay, so Kevin Bashy, do you want to say your name so we know for YouTube Millionaire how to say it properly? No, okay. Or you just have to.
He's muted.
Okay. Well, okay, Kevin Bashy, he is the winner of the first challenge, but now we're going to get another one. So for those who don't know, MorphOS, that was actually MorphOS 2 point something, I think 2, I don't know exactly what version of it, but it was 2 point, I'm just going to call it 2.x. Released around 2010-ish, and it's an Amiga-like operating system for PowerPC. So anyway, that is, I know MorphOS. It's kind of, if ShiftOS wasn't called ShiftOS, it could have been called MorphOS. So next up, we have got an OS from the 90s. This will be easy.
Oh,
Okay.
90s?
Okay, get ready.
Except from Acorn.
You gotta
Computer.
tell me what version it is, though. You can't just tell me it's this operating. You have to tell me what version it is. Ready?
The version is gonna be near impossible for me.
Not Windows 1.0.
macOS.
Not 9. Not 7. Not 9. Not macOS 9 or 7. macOS 8. Okay. The first person was the origami person. So
Where?
So
Where origami?
this guy, the origami guy. So
Where?
I posted
I don't
it
see
first.
it.
Wait, no, wait. Someone else said they posted first. Let me skip. macOS. I just
Origami
see
did
it.
it first.
What?
I'm gonna post proof in the general channel.
I said
since I
origami did it
post
first.
images in weekly chat.
Okay. Oh wait, no.
Sri Harsha was the first one.
I see that limp. Okay, so what I see here is I see the Rowan height or Rahan. Rowan. Okay, he just said Windows 1.0. Then Server Ducky said macOS 9. Then macOS 7 for A Shifter. Lemon Guy said macOS 9. Miles said Mac System 7. Then you've got Acid Rain and Astro who are wrong, and then Origami said macOS 8. That's
But
what
if
I've
you
got.
look in general, you can see that I posted it first.
In general.
The general channel.
I
Oh wait,
I was about to
look-
type
okay.
macOS,
me
but
see.
I don't know the number.
Where is this? Oh, what?
Oh.
It does say that. Oh my good. Well, do you know what? You're going to be a dual winner then. I'll just say you're both the winners of this. So the winner there was Origami and the Lemon Guy. They must have done it at exactly the same time. Just on my screen,
Yay!
Origami got it first. So the winners, Origami and the Lemon Guy, both are not their actual names. So,
Origami Lem.
Okay, so the last
Nice job, everyone.
Lemnigami.
Wait.
OS.
Wait, I didn't hear. Oh.
Okay, so are we ready, guys? It's an 80s operating system. 3, 2, 1, and just wait. It's uploading, and come on, hurry up, go. Okay, here we go. An 80s operating system.
That's not macOS.
So it's not GemOS, it's not macOS 1, it's not NextOS, it's not B Sharp, it's not Xoric Star, it's not Next.
It's some Linux type
Zero.
system.
It's not System 1, it's not Next Step, it's not OS 2, it's not Acorn, it's not Windows, it's not Vision, it's not Unix, it's, oh wait, Miles got it, SunOS, but you've got to tell me what version of SunOS it is.
I don't remember SunOS looking like that in your Solaris video.
SunOS has had a lot of different changes. Okay, someone got it already. Abby actually.
What?
Abby won. It's SunOS 3. In fact, I'm gonna Google that to make sure I got it. To make sure she got it right. I think she did it. SunOS 3. Let me, because I actually forgot to write down what version it was.
Let's see.
So let's just look at SunOS version 3. I'm pretty sure it was version 3 because I actually forgot to write it down. Exactly. It was it was released in 1988. So what version of SunOS was released in 1988? Let me see. It was SunOS 3.5. So I will let Abby have that one because that was close enough.
Am I at least a half winner?
So wait, let me see what happened. So Miles said SunOS, then literally the first person to win was SunOS 3, Abby, and then Ollie said it a bit later though, but yeah, Abby got that one. She said it first from what I can see.
So
So good job, Abby. You actually, was that a fluke? Was it?
GG, Abby.
Thanks.
So it was a fluke.
Wait,
You just
a
said
what?
a random number.
Yeah, I just
My
immediately
mom.
guessed. I don't even know what SunOS is.
Well, congratulations, you won.
Thanks.
Okay, well anyway,
To
so
the
those
G.
are our winners.
I
We've
sh-
got them all for YouTube Millions. So good job. I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge.
So
we go.
close.
What's this?
I should have.
Okay.
I should have
So-
thought quickly and typed quickly. with
Yeah.
headphones
So
in.
anyway, guys, that was the weekly challenge. There's always three pitches, and those were the three. This time we did those 3 OSs. So I hope you guys enjoyed.
Wait. Hold on. Just now my voice was screwed up. I forgot to mention how to pronounce my name.
Okay, pronounce it.
Kevin Bashi.
Okay, fantastic. So you were the winner, and I will literally insert that how you pronounced your name. I'll say the winner was, and then I'll remove my bad pronunciation, and I'll insert your good pronunciation into YouTube Millionaire. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So you guys were the guys going to be featured in YouTube Millionaire. So yeah,
Yay.
awesome.
GG.
Good job.
Anyway,
Excited.
what we are now going to do, guys, is we're just going to have a final, just like last few questions before we move on to the Patreon chat. So anything else that anybody wants to say? It's open discussion now.
Okay, so could
I have a question.
you please be sure to upload the version of ShiftOS to the website, please?
Sure, I'll be sure. Michael, can you just send me a DM now saying don't forget, and then I'll send it to you, and then you can upload it.
I have 2 things.
Yes, Acid Rain.
So one is for Astro, and I'll read that now.
Okay.
DM is sent.
So in Ubuntu, I apparently did something wrong because when I opened modded Kerbal Space Program. Oh, and by the way, Phil, I was watching your very first ShiftOS video and I saw a KSP folder. Have you played that game?
Yes, I have played that game.
And back to what I was trying to say. And so it crashed randomly while loading. I hope to fix that soon, but literally everything else is great. May I post my desktop now, or would anyone like to see it after the chat?
You can go ahead, post your desktop now in the weekly chat. If it works.
I don't see an upload button on my side.
Hey, Phil.
I don't know if they'll be able to upload.
And my second thing, okay, so my second thing is that I'm trying to make like a really basic programming language thingy in Batch, which I know it's gonna fail, but I don't care. I'm trying it.
That's not the way to start something. I'm gonna make something, and I know it's gonna fail, but I'll try anyway. What you
Don't
do?
be like that.
What do you mean fail? What are you talking about fail?
And this is
You
my
must
goal.
believe in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe.
Have confidence.
Hey, Phil,
Well, no,
may I?
Batch can't do much. Like it can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta stay determined.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
If you don't get the reference from a game.
So I have a couple things to say. First of all, I fixed my 3D printer, which you might remember from a couple episodes ago.
Oh yeah, what happened?
It's not exploding anymore.
Yay.
That's good.
A wood grain PC, which is a PC covered in wood grain.
Wood
I
grain
literally have a
PC?
list
Sounds like something
of
else you are with
stuff
it.
on Notepad that I'm gonna say.
Is there anything A-Shifter about the wood grain PC? Is there any advantage of having a wood grain PC over a normal PC, or just the fact that it looks interesting?
Well, it looks interesting, but you get bonus points if you put it in a beige case like I have, and it can really be a conversation starter.
Wait, are you secretly LDR?
Not to be.
Oh, I forgot to say something.
Okay.
Astro also said. Also, I was on YouTube Millionaire for a split second. You could see my Discord name, and I'm so proud.
Yeah, because you're literally like, is this YouTube Millionaire famous yet? And then you're like, I just had a drink, and now I'm raining. And then
I have a question.
Yep.
Can you say Mac OS X?
Why do you want me to say that?
Oh, goodness.
Look,
video.
It's when you say the leopard after it, which is hard. But if it's just Mac OS X, it's okay. But if you try and say it fast and have the word leopard at the end, it sounds bad.
Like you said,
macOS
Mac OS X Jaguar in front of Diana.
Yeah, exactly.
macOS X Jaguar.
Can I like talk about
Okay. Before we get into the Phil rudeness zone, let's let Kevin Bashi Yeah, how you.
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
something that I forgot to talk about. I'm not sure if anyone noticed the waiting room was being changed, was renamed to ad room or something. And then we were making the jokes
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hat room,
Hat
yeah.
room.
And then another thing I really wanted to talk about was just a small joke site I made because I like basically found one of those free DNS domains for my home server to like access FTP and stuff. But then I decided to put a little joke site at the URL using a web server.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can actually go there, and right now all it is just a joke site. I'm planning to put more stuff there, but for now it's just a joke site. Like you can actually go in your web browser, type master.mayo.404.mn, and then
You want to put a link
no,
to the
it's a joke.
weekly
It's
chat?
not
and
really
check
it's
it
not
out?
related to or anything. It's just based on the subdomain that I just randomly came up with on free DNS.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to post it in the weekly chat now, and people can click on the link.
That's a good thing, I would say.
Can I post my desktop background? It's really interesting.
Okay, post your desktop. Is that mouse one?
Well, these
yes.
guys.
And then we're gonna you post your desktop. Heavy Bashy's gonna post his website, and Acid Rain is gonna post his speech.
May I ask a question, Phil?
Wait a sec. Acid Rain just had one more thing to say. Then you can ask the question.
Astro's asking if he typed this in the chat. He's asking if he can post a bunch you set up, or I can't speak.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
post your bunch you set up.
Can we all post our setup?
And he's saying he forgot something in the hashtag weekly chat. iOS 11.
Yeah,
Oh, I have
heard about that.
Okay.
Bit of an emergency.
Feel free to post.
iPad to iOS 11.
Bit of an emergency. We can't upload files.
Oh, really?
At least I can't.
Okay, so what is the command? It's like mod filter.
I just posted my link.
Oh.
No, like it's a Discord permission that we don't have.
Oh, literally. Oh.
Wow.
Okay, well there's a link.
None of us
Can you post in general?
I think I can post it.
Okay, post in general, and I'll click over to general.
All right. Well, while these guys are posting things, I'll just quickly mention that if you were wanting to buy an Xbox One X, it's coming out November 7th. And well, sorry for those poor people, but but in Australia, you will have to pay $600.
Filter's already off?
So sorry, poor people. For those poor people, just buy an Xbox One S. It's good.
Okay. Well, basically, DefX has just posted his picture of his, ever expanding and stretching mouse on the desktop there. So that is that.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's in general, not weekly chat.
Hey Phil, may I ask you a question?
Yep. So A Shifter is going to speak.
So at Best Buy, we actually got to see an Oculus Rift demo of the new Rift, and it was really cool. But I was wondering, if I were to make some sort of virtual reality port for VMware, would you use it?
A virtual reality port for VMware. The thing about virtual reality is I don't think I can get into that. I suffer from extreme motion sickness, and thus that translates over to VR sickness. Anything more than 10 minutes in VR, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
Ooh. How would a VM
Seriously?
even work?
I think what whoever suggested that had in mind would be a VR world with 3D model of a computer, and on the display whatever virtual machine you set to work in that.
Yeah. What I was thinking is, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there was some arcade thing, and it's like a virtual arcade from the 80s.
New Retro Arcade, Neon.
Like
yeah, that one.
Like that. Something like that, and you go around and there's a bunch of different computers from different time periods, and one's got Commodore, it's a Commodore 64, you can run that, and you can go up to another computer that's got Windows 95 on it, and walk around and see all these different computers with all these different operating systems. Is that what the idea was?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
Anyway, I have a couple more things to say and things to ask.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
I was wondering, is the Oculus Rift something decent to buy? I think you have the DK2.
I have
Is
the
the
okay.
resolution on it
Personally,
good?
I guess I can't be, I'm not as I suffer from the extreme motion sickness and stuff, I can't be a person who permits or like talks about it. Real, I mean, I did my review of it, so I guess you can check out the review, but I couldn't say words for it now just because of the fact that I'm not a VR. I just can't do VR.
Like,
Yeah.
you got sick one time in that video too.
One more thing that I want to, or a couple more things that I want to say now, just real quick.
Oh yeah.
When do you want me to make the reversey video? Because I could make it as early as tomorrow.
Make it whenever you like, and prove to us. And no looking up strategies, just prove to us that you can beat the reversey on Windows 1.0.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
And I also just wanted to say, my YouTube channel has hit 100 subscribers. I'm really happy. And I have a Patreon if you want to check it out. It's just /ashifter. And
Well, I'm
I
getting
don't know
close
how
to
else
that
to say,
range.
so I better stop.
I have a Patreon with you.
I have another question.
It's called
Okay.
AShifter. Thanks for having me on, AstralPhaser.
No probs. Thanks, Shifter. Well, someone else said they had another question, so we'll move on to that person.
Should I use Winders, mac and cheese, or a bunchu?
What?
Winders,
Linux.
mac and cheese, or a bunchu. Should I use Winders, mac and cheese, or a bunchu?
I think you should totally use SunOS 3.0.
Use the shell OS.
Video was just
Shell
so
Or
actually.
OS.
Use Shift OS.
Yeah.
I endorse that.
By the way, just while we're here, I just wanted to ask you guys a question. Any of the Patreons here, did you guys see the video where Victor Tran got punched in the balls?
No.
What?
I didn't see it.
Okay, don't worry then.
Internet
Don't
cut
worry.
out. Internet cut out.
Okay. So basically, who was it? Jakey Pierce. I don't know if you know him. He's one of the Patreons, and he recommended a Patreon-only video where, instead of an OS first timer request, where I try out some wrestling game. So we kind of remade Victor Tran in the wrestling game.
What do you mean? I have.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
Fun fact, I actually have an introduction.
Anyway, what we're going to do now is we'll have about 10 more minutes and then we're going to move on to the Patreon chat. So any other last things you guys want to say?
I have two quick questions.
Okay, I saw...
Yeah, I have a question as well.
Okay.
I have 5 million questions.
I have one too.
Me too. One
I have a
last
link to share.
I'd really like to.
Phil Asteroid has a question for you.
Unfortunately, I can't donate.
Wait, everybody. We're going to have rapid question time now. So I'm just going to go down the list. Everybody gets one question. So if you don't want to turn, just say pass. So Abby, question or pass?
Pass.
Okay. Acid, question or pass?
I've been working on a scared virus thing for no reason. I don't know why.
You got scared of the virus?
No, I've been working on some like fake virus meant to try to scare people, but I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest.
Okay. Well, obviously somebody has possessed you. Some, a computer hacker that is beyond the grave trying to continue to hack computers. So that's it. If that was a question, that's my answer. Next up, Garrett, question
I'm being
or
tracked down now.
I have a question.
A question, go ahead.
Do you know why I changed my username to Animations Guy?
Because I called you Animations Guy?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought so. Wait a sec, Kevin. We're gonna go down the list just one. I'm just going down the list, and I'll get to you in a moment. So, A-Shifter, question or pass?
I'd just like to say Acid Rain probably got infected by Time Hark, and can I be in the Patreon chat?
You know what? Because you are. This is why I'm allowing it. Because you were one, and any of the other, what do you call it? 5-act developers are allowed to. I also let Michael in the chat for the same reasons. Anybody who has got a channel going through YouTube Millionaire, you are allowed to join the Patreon chats as well. Anyway, but that doesn't mean guys.
I was saying that as a joke, so thank you very much.
No problem.
There's no way I would expect to link my channel in, but well,
No, guys.
I contribute to the Time Hack YouTube channel. Does that mean I get to go into the Patreon thing along with A Shifter?
Yes, you may. So the only reason I'm saying that, guys, just listen carefully. It doesn't mean, don't think that means, okay, so I'm going to have my channel now, like whatever your channel is. That doesn't mean I just let any channel come on YouTube Millionaire and be like, yep, there we go. It's only, the only reason I'm allowing Time Hack is just because that is based off a game that I used to be coding. So it's kind of like Shift OS in a way. So that's
yeah, like don't put your eggs in one basket. Don't get in there.
Anyway, next up, we've got Astro, and we'll get down the list, don't worry, everyone will get a chance. So Astro. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Astro, you can type, and then I will see what you type. I'll just go on to Michael now. Michael, was there anything you want to say?
Yes, I have one question.
Yep.
Are you a boy or a girl?
like on that video?
Oh my god, that joke is amazing.
Okay.
Please.
I did not see that one coming at all.
Indeed.
I'll tell you, I'll just answer. I'm, you know what
One
I
more
am?
thing. One more
Before
thing.
you continue, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Ubuntu. Anyway.
Okay
Okay.
That I just recorded that, so that's kind of going on my channel pretty soon. In fact, like right now. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Okay. See you there, mate.
Astro posted his question.
Okay. So Astral posted his question. I was on YouTube Millionaire because of Michael showing off my skin, and you specifically listed my Discord name. May I join the Patreon chat, or is that not enough? If you are a developer of Shift OS or Time Hack, you can join the Patreon chat. As long as like you've been in the code, so, like you're a
Seriously
a
devoted to
debater,
working on
not
it.
somebody who's submitted one line of code or something.
There's something I have to.
I added a
I
semicolon to the end of a line. Can I be in the Patreon chat?
What?
So we're gonna move on to Frank Planet and then Bashi.
Will I be able to vote for Mugen on phase 2 of Gaming Through the Ages?
Everybody is able to vote in what do you call it? Under the videos when I post for the next thing, everybody's able to vote. What year is that game though that you specifically listed?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check that.
Okay. Basically, if it's like, for example, I think the next episode, which will come out next month, because we've had the YouTube, Gaming Through the Ages this month already, the 3 episodes. So next month, it will be, what episode will I be posting? 1987 episode. Looks like Family Feud is going to win that one. So that is going to be a 1987 game. So that means in the next episode, you vote for a 1990. No, not 1990. 1988 game. Anyway, next up.
9087.
Yeah.
The year of Rick Astley.
Exactly.
Ooh. Never gonna kiss you, never gonna let you down.
Never gonna let you. Oh, sorry.
Okay, it's time to keep that up, guys. Anyway, next on. Sorry, that was me just playing on the words of the song. Anyway, next up, we've got Kevin Bashi. I didn't mean that in a harsh way. That was just me. You said never going to give you up, so I said, okay, give it up. Anyway, Kevin Bashi.
Actually, I wanted to say something, but I think I'm sorry. I think I forgot what I wanted to say. So never mind. It's okay. Just next person.
Oh no. Okay. So Lemon Guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right,
question or pass.
I have actually got a question and something I like to comment on. The question is, about Histocom, were you planning to add in operating systems before Windows 95?
Yes,
Like,
I was. It was basically a very, very wide kind of ID histocom. So it could have been Windows 3.1. DOS can be in it. Alternate operating systems that don't exist. So that 12 patterns guy or whoever, I can't even remember yeah, 12 patterns. That's it. He can go back in time, or if any other characters can as well, they can go back in time. They can take over the world or try and get a market share early by stealing future technology and using it in the past to create alternate operating systems, alternate futures where Microsoft don't become the main operating system. So basically anything like that.
Dang, I want Sour to be featured.
You want what?
I'm pretty sure
Sour
many
would
people will
be
try to make
featured.
so that Apple doesn't exist, because that very well could have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was kidding and I said I want Sour to be featured.
Yeah, exactly. And you were featured once in YouTube Millionaire. Anyway, we are running.
well,
Yeah, yeah, Acid Rain could be. In fact, yeah, what was it? Rain something was in Histocom, wasn't it? The one in the chat.
Rain 49.
Rain 49. That's it. That was. Isn't that funny? You're called Rain.
That's my nickname in the Time Hack server. That's my nickname.
Oh, isn't that cool? Okay, that's pretty cool. Well, anyway, what we're gonna do is mark. But there's two marks. The top mark and then the bottom mark.
Hi.
Okay, so was there anything you wanted to ask before we go? Because we're just about to finish up. So what did you want to say?
Okay, 12 patterns.
Can you do more VR?
What was that?
Can you do more VR?
VR. Unfortunately, the situation on the channel right now is I've got two problems. VR, I'm allergic to virtual reality, and number two, made that phrase up on the spot. Allergic to VR. And number two is the DK2, which is what I've got, isn't really compatible with new stuff.
Yeah, because then again, they make all these new versions of the Rift, and there's also the Vive and the OS VR and PlayStation VR and whatever Microsoft's trying to do.
Yeah, so it's kind of, it just doesn't really work. Astro was asking why I didn't list Manic Mansion for 1987. I just list random games, to be honest. Anyway, next up we have got MarkVD.
I wonder what's the setting for max render speed, because it's like for some reason it takes like 5 hours to render that 30-minute 720p 60 frames per second video.
It all depends on, the hardware and also the software as well that you've got. So what's the program?
Video pad, and the processor I have is Athlon X480 860K quad core, 3.7 gigahertz, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And for some,
Not sure why that would take that long for that kind of a video. Another thing that can happen is the video format, like highly compressed videos and stuff, can take longer.
I convert FOV to WMV. Also, for some reason, I once rendered a 100% orange juice video, and the original was 13.1 gigabytes, which it was like a 1 hour video, but after rendering, it's 3 gigabytes for whatever reason. It got smaller.
Sometimes what can happen, yeah, that's right. They can get smaller, they can get bigger. I remember back in the what was it? Actually, an example of that. If I render like this, is why I generally don't like to render edit videos with my 4K, like what I film. If I literally get a video 4K, like I filmed it on my AX100, I film a 4K video. Let's say it's 5 gig for 2 minutes. Which I think is a bit over the top. Yeah, I don't think it's usually that much. But if I render it, it'll go up to like 8 gig. So just my particular render settings, the Sony has really, really good compression, but my particular
So, do I increase the bit rate or something?
Well, if you can do that, there's a lot of different settings, that you can do. So the only thing I can really say is play around with the settings. Look on YouTube. Some people post their like really good settings that they use and stuff. So you can try that out if you want.
I tried looking on YouTube, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, really?
See, usually when it encodes all the files,
Related to video pad, I mean.
much smaller container.
Relating to video pad.
Essentially, compress it while it's rendering.
Yeah. Sorry about that one. I don't think I can help you there. I'm just not really familiar with VideoPad myself. I use Sony Vegas. Well, as
What
a Magic Vegas.
what format do you convert it to?
I use the codec. It's what coded it? If I could just remember this codec, H264. H264. Is that ringing a bell to anybody?
Yep.
H264. Well, that's what I use. H264.
Oh yeah.
I find it a fantastic codec myself. So if you download that codec, you might be able to use it with VideoPad, hopefully. But it's my favorite.
My encoder is like video rate 800 and 8192 and video quality is 50. Sound compressor, Windows Media Audio, and that's it.
Yeah. We. I can't. I don't think I have any extra advice for you there. So does anyone else want to chip in?
So what's the fastest file format?
I personally.
Well, one thing you might want to try first is by updating your video drivers.
What I would do is I would actually
They
use
are
a different
updated to the
software.
latest version.
I would just use
Alright,
a totally different software because I have not heard of VideoPad. I personally use a software called HitFilm, which actually has a very good encoding algorithm.
It's free too.
And for some reason, I felt like Movie Maker 2012 is like an hour faster than VideoPad at rendering.
I use Premiere Pro.
I use HitFilm.
I use HitFilm as like a shifter because he kind of got me into it, and I really like it.
It's awesome.
What I do is most of the time I just export directly to YouTube because it can do that. But in the case of a large file that's over like 2 gigs or something, I put it through Handbrake a few times, which is a compression software. And it takes a while to compress, but if you use the right settings, you can get it to about a third of the original file size. So I've taken a gigabyte long video file and made it about 300 megs, and then put that one through and got it about 100 megs. So that's what I do.
You said that you run a video through Handbrake multiple times. As a video editor, I am honestly triggered.
Yeah, I would
triggered.
too, actually.
I'm triggered.
You just want to do it once. I wouldn't put it through multiple times.
I just increased the compression ratio, and you can do it one time, and it'd be a lot faster.
Well, I prefer to do it. I prefer to guillotine my CPU multiple times and have it be
So,
faster.
I see most of you people don't use the free video editing programs, the free ones.
HitFilm is actually pretty good, and it's
free.
It's a lot like Premiere.
I really like it.
Like Sony Vegas and Photoshop is not free at all.
Yeah, no, those ones aren't free.
Well, I mean, like, they can be free, but I mean, like, how you want to get them free is...
No, we don't go there.
handleable.
I actually, just in case you guys are wondering, I did officially buy. I did not pirate it. I did buy Sony Vegas. I did buy VMware. Obviously, I don't have the latest versions anymore. So I'm not going to pay for a newer version. I'm just going to keep my old versions. But yes, I did buy them. But I've now got old versions because I haven't updated them. You have to pay to update.
Oh,
I'm a
operating
cheapskate. I don't pay.
For VideoPad, I literally just look up a license key online.
Anyway, we are going to move on because it's not really the best topic to talk about. Anyway, so next up we have got MathWiz. Question or pass? Up to you.
Okay, so would you happen to have any kind of suggestions for like good video editing software or like software?
Okay, I'm going to be extremely biased here. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. I'm going to let everyone say in a moment, but I'm just going to say I use Sony Vegas and it is absolutely perfect for me, but I don't use anything else, so I've got nothing to compare it to. And as for photo editing, Photoshop seems to be the best thing for that, but for graphics type thing, if you're
You used to
working
use
on like
Movie Maker, so you can compare it to that.
Yeah, I have. So that's the only thing I can compare it to Movie Maker. It's a lot better than Movie Maker. But for
Are there
graphics
any
stuff,
good free ones that I could use?
well,
We should do a blazing chat saying our favorite video editor and image editor just
well,
to
GIMP,
get through
GIMP
it real
is a
fast.
fantastic image editor that's free from what I've heard. And you can make it look similar to Photoshop.
Well,
you said?
GIMP. There's GIMP.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's GIMP.
There's
I can't think of anything else.
HitFilm 4 and Paint.net. HitFilm
Anyway.
4
I
is
mean,
an editor.
well, I mean, technically, on Adobe's website, they did post links to Adobe Photoshop CS2 and Adobe Premiere Pro CS2. So if you want to use that, that's free and legal.
Wait, CS2?
Okay.
Wait, that's free?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're free now.
How come I've never heard of
I
this?
always place Camtasia Studio as my preferred video editing software.
Okay.
But the problem is its minimum requirements are Pentium 4, so it's a little bit old.
Okay.
Sorry, Phil.
We're gonna have to move on now, just because we're starting to run out of time. So we're gonna do quick questions for Miles, and we'll go down the list 1 minute each. So Miles.
I'd like to ask your opinion on skeuomorphic graphics, like ones with really good depth and just glossy finishes, that kind of graphics.
Oh, doing like graphics is in it, for websites, for little that kind of thing.
Sorta.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the time hack buttons.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I use, I'll tell you what I
you
use,
use it.
and then A Shifter will tell you what he uses. So as you guys all know, I use Fireworks, and in Fireworks, in fact, I'm just gonna anybody watching the chat right now, I'm just gonna let you guys see. But basically, what you've got in Fireworks, which is really cool. Let's say you've got a new image, and if you're watching the video version of this, you'll be able to see this right now. I'm just going to do 1,000 by 1,000. Let's say you have a little thing, like you want to make a little button or something. You can just go grab a rounded rectangle, and you can come down to somewhere where it says like Chrome styles, and you can literally make it look like a cool little button type thing, like what you can see on the screen right now. Sorry, I know you guys can't actually see it. And then once you've kind of chosen like a button style, you can like put text in, and and you can get some really cool styles. But yeah, you guys can't actually see it on the screen right now, but that's what you can do. And you can apply it to text, you can apply it to buttons. But there we go. I've just made like a cool Windows red button. In fact, I'll just post it on Discord right now so you guys can see it. It took me like 2 seconds to make. Not much effort went into it, but here it is.
What channel?
In Weekly Chat. I made that in like a few seconds. Okay.
Wow, actually.
Windows?
Yeah. So to make that, that was random, just off the top of my head. I just said Windows. I just literally, that's like a 5-click. Yeah, I know that's ugly. For some people, it depends on your opinion. Yeah, I know.
It's not bad for like a little bit.
It's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But you can do anything. You can choose like a kind of a style. There are so many different styles. You can change the text and everything like that, and you can you can just go insane. It's pretty good. The font. What was the? I'll just tell you what the font is for those who are wondering the font. That font there was
I know what it is, but I forgot the name.
So that's AR Destine for those who wanted to know what font
AR
that was.
Destine.
Yep.
Okay, I'll probably use that.
Okay. Anyway.
The closest thing. The closest thing I have to that stuff is I have an old copy of Photoshop Elements, and you can get an entire layer to have that glossy feel. But I'm gonna probably, because I don't know who mentioned it, but since Photoshop CS2 is free now, I'm probably gonna go and see if they have actual rectangles like that and might play around with it. I have no clue, but yeah.
This is going to be like the longest chat ever.
We say that about every chat, but it's cool things like you can actually. Let me just show you something. And if you can even paint like with stuff like fluid splatter and stuff. Like right now, this is just like literally. I've just done this It took me 2 seconds to do this. I've just done this just then. And look, you can like just paint like fluid splatter around. Just wait a second. You can change so many settings, but there's just an example of I've just literally drawn with fluid splatter.
Andrew the expert. Someone mentioning that.
Anyway.
Then what paint tools
Now you're gonna get a bunch of comments saying 2 seconds, 63.14321 seconds.
We're gonna move on to Mr. Salt.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Salt. So I'm sorry, I think you kind of joined us like near the end of the chat.
I just woke up, so.
Okay, waking up, the just woke up guy. Tell us, what did you want to share with us?
Morning.
I'm getting a GTX 1050 soon
Oh,
Oh,
GTX.
nice.
Nice. That'll be pretty
Nice.
cool.
for $80.
MLG.
$80.
I only have a GTX 964 gig. That's all I have.
I have the same card.
Okay, nice.
Over 20.
And what are you planning? Like, what are your plans to use it for? Is it like gaming or something else? Or tell us.
Sort of gaming, so like video editing help and stuff. I'm trying to build a PC, so I've only got a laptop currently, so
Yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely.
I need.
You wanted.
want Alienware.
If you know about me, I'm a person who is like the anti-laptop guy. I like tablets. I like desktops, but the laptop is the thing in the middle of those two things that just annoys me. Anyway,
I like laptops though.
okay. Next up, we're gonna
I use a
move
laptop every day.
we're gonna move on to the guy under Mr. Salt.
Rowanite!
What was that?
So my question is, I had two, but apparently it's only one. So I don't know. So what's it? I need a new free video editor because Movie Maker's being discontinued. What's the best one?
A Shifter knows the answer to that.
HitFilm 4 Express. I think it's actually been renamed HitFilm 2017 now for their new version. But look it up, hitfilm.com. It is the best free video editor by far. And I know I'm probably being a little bit biased,
Or
but
you could just get the CS2
Please put
Premiere
that in the
Pro.
chat.
I think it's
don't know
amazing.
how to
Unless
spell that
someone
out.
figures out, unless someone uses cracks.
HITFILM.
Okay, there we
Like
go.
you're hitting someone with.
I would personally
Okay,
recommend
I
Adobe
just
Premiere
wasn't
Pro
sure. Like,
CS2.
it did
Okay.
sound like that. I'm just
Yeah, that's
out of
okay.
here.
Next up, we have got Server Rubber Ducky.
Quack cheese.
Quack quack. There we go. Next up, we've got Origami Guy.
Good job.
Oh, just one quick question. Basically, when is the next OS First Timer like marathon? Is that like this week or is that?
It's a
later
little
on?
bit. It's a bit of a messy marathon. It's a bit hard this week. We are going to do a bit this week. My plans are actually just before we start the OS First Timer marathon. There's going to be Diana Watches marathon. So anyone who's done those Diana Watches reacts on Patreon, they're going to go on not AstralPhaser, on Terrified Mum. So they're going to go on that channel. So we're gonna probably film about 6 of those in one day, and then I'll upload one each day. So you'll get one a day rather than 6 in one day of that. But then so Tuesday I'm going to be doing that. And then on Wednesday, I plan to film Mighty Eagle 73 has a thing where he wants us to start with Windows XP and go all the way up to update to Windows 10. So Diana's going to try that. And in between it, she's going to play one game from each of the operating systems, like, just like a mini game like Pinball on XP or...
I've seen a time lapse of Windows 1.0 to 8.1.
I've seen that too. Yeah, that's insane. But no, we're doing it from XP just because there's a lot of waiting around time. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna move on to who was it? Origami Guy just spoke. So Alex, if you had any question you wanted to ask before we move on.
Yeah. You know when you get scared and you say far out, where does that actually come from?
Far out. Okay, so I don't. Okay, so I don't really know where it came from, to be honest. But I think one day at school, this is where I think it came. I think I was about to swear, and I was like far, and then the teacher looked at me, and I was like far out, and then that.
I heard you say far out before.
Yeah.
Back in the 1970s, Americans used to say that a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, and I guess that kind of works well for
And
Jensen.
for some reason, I'm afraid of the MGM line logo.
I don't know what.
I had nightmares about it like 20 times my whole life so far.
Sorry about that. They'd better change
Because
their
you,
logo.
I say far out all the time.
Okay.
Fudge.
Well, anyway, we are gonna move on to Tyler. This quick, Tyler, because I know you've got all lots of stories to tell all the time. So okay, 1 minute question. Go ahead.
All right. Well, since it's a bit of an E3 mood for me, I
Go
was
ahead.
wondering, what's your prediction for this? What's something you want to see happen, like a game announcement for the Sony conference, or the
Basically,
Nintendo conference?
I would love to see both Shift OS and Time Hack make it up there. So that's what my hopes are, but I don't think they'll make it up there on this E3.
Yeah, maybe 1 year, but while I'm quickly here, I'm just gonna quickly send over the pretty much what you would call the moment where I screamed during the Xbox conference.
Go ahead. The moment where you scream. If you can't put it on Weekly Chat, put it on General.
Yep, I'll send it over on Weekly Chat.
Okay. The moment where you scream.
Yep. So I sent this. It's a YouTube link, but
okay.
Yeah, this is. I actually was watching it live, and I was watching it. They were talking about the backwards compatibility, and I thought, this is. Wait, what is this about? And then, boom! They announced the original Xbox backwards compatibility. And when that original Xbox logo came up, I legitimately screamed.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like, seriously. Yeah, like that sort of thing.
And what did your parents say when they heard you screaming in your room? Did they come and say, did you get the snake?
They didn't. They didn't. But pretty much, I was just pretty excited because, I've been an original Xbox fan for a long time, and pretty much, I'm pretty happy to see them finally bring backwards compatibility over. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that happened. Because that was, like that's something else that's going to please a lot more Xbox fans and also let some people get into some retro gaming. And may I say it, like retro gaming in the early 2000s, not really, but you get what I mean. Anyway, we're going to move on now to.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to my YouTube viewers right now. This has been Mark, and we'll be back later with next time with another weekly chat. See you guys then.